Yes, sir, we found the problem. It was a marble in your ashtray. Well, we're continuing in the book of Genesis, and chapter 1, verses 1 and 2, we saw the sovereignty of God. In verses 3 through 13, we saw the creation. We saw literal days, morning and night and a day. We saw the order of creation, that it was perfectly in tune with science today. And today we want to take a look at the development of the solar system in verses 14 through 19. So let's take a look. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs, for the seasons, for the days, and for the years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He made also the stars. God placed them into an expanse in heaven to give light on the earth, and to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, and a fourth day. God created the system that we call the solar system. 1,000,000 Earths could fit into the sun, and it's considered a normal-sized star. It takes 8 minutes for sunlight to reach the Earth. There are more stars in space than you'd ever imagine. 100 billion galaxies, 300 sextillion stars in space. They say, actually, it's very quite interesting, there are more stars in space than there are grains of sand on all of the beaches of the earth. Now, I don't know who has taken time to count either the stars or the grains of sand on the earth, but they laugh at us when we say that we believe the Bible. But I got to tell you, I have a hard time imagining anybody could really calculate the number of grains of sand on the earth or the number of stars in the sky and come up with that conclusion. Nevertheless, God put it all in place. What a wonderful thing. The universe. 6 times did I read in the encyclopedias and the scientific books about this miraculous number of galaxies, of stars, and of planets in our solar system. And yet, as I read on, I asked the question, isn't there ever a collision? And the answer came back through all of the scientific data, very rarely. Some have actually speculated that it happens less than one time in 10,000 years. Again, I don't know how anybody would ever calculate that, but nevertheless, you have to ask yourself, what a complex God must be that he could take all of the stars and all of the planets, fling them into space in perfect orbits, so that there are few, if any, collisions. Incredible, isn't it? Think about that the next time you go out on a dark night where there's a clear sky and you can see all of the stars and all of the planets. Or go to someplace where they have a planetarium and look through the telescopes at the incredible solar system that we have around us. And then ask yourself, did it all happen just by accident? Did this whole solar system occur just out of nothing, from nothing, held together by nothing, kept in orbit by nothing? No, I think it's easier to believe that God flung all of the stars and the planets into space in perfect orbit. And only mankind has sent up enough junk into space that we have collisions of space junk on a regular basis, and space junk coming to Earth much more frequently than you'd ever think. Well, I think it's time for us to recognize that we have a sovereign God an incredibly powerful and incredibly controlling God that can hold even the stars in their perfect orbit and keep our Earth in absolutely the right temperatures, absolutely the right situation of oxygen versus carbon dioxide, and allow mankind to live for all of the recorded history that we have. Think about it. Which is more credible? Saying that there are more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand on all of the beaches of the earth? Or that God, a sovereign God, put them into space in perfect orbit? And that's my thought for the day. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.